JoJo Siwa scared us again. Hold up, hold up. How exactly did she scare us? Like this. This week, JoJo Siwa takes the spotlight in our second-hand embarrassment video series. And honestly, it looks like JoJo herself might be embarrassed by this film. She's kept it so hidden. We'll talk about why she did that in just a moment. But first, bro, here's the real horror. This movie is scary, but sitting through it, that's a nightmare all on its own. One strange detail about this movie is JoJo Siwa's apparent attempt to keep it under wraps. Yes, you heard that right. She actively kept it low profile. The movie was released on June 8th, 2024. But let's take a look at what JoJo was actually posting on social media that day. And why would TikTok's most controversial face not promote her own movie there? Maybe even she knows how bad it is. Otherwise, she'd be shouting, "Look at me, I'm all grown up. I made another movie," all over social media. If you're ready to flip the coin and see the other side, don't forget to like this video and follow for more takes like this. In 2024, one of the many things JoJo Siwa did was make a movie, arguably the tamest of her ventures. She's always managed to keep herself in the headlines, hasn't she? But let's not forget, she's trying to grow up. And how is she showing her maturity? By drinking beer out of a shoe. Look, I'm grown now. Oh, and let's not forget her claim that Beyonce kidnapped her.
I also have to say thank you to Beyonce, just so that way we keep the dance community safe. Everybody, Beyonce, you got great music. We all love to dance to it. We all love you. Anyways, I am up here.
Why do her growing pains have to be our growing pains? I don't get it. As she tries to grow, we're constantly bombarded by her antics on social media. Just to give a quick recap for those who might not know, JoJo Siwa, often dubbed YouTube's Queen of Dislikes,
record-breaking 3.1 million dislikes.
and TikTok's most controversial face, is known for her exaggerated dance videos, bizarre stage performances, and sudden attempts at maturing. She faced major backlash after pulling an "I'm pregnant" stunt on Snapchat.
Fans are angry. JoJo continues to tease followers with her raging baby fever, giving a glimpse of her alleged baby bump and writing "can't wait."
Claiming she was undergoing a Miley Cyrus-style transformation, she tried to reinvent her career by creating a music genre she called gay pop. JoJo has an odd obsession with licking things, and an equally bizarre fixation on being overly physical, hugging, and lying on top of people. Honestly, where do these antics even come from? Oh wait, she's trying to act grown up, right? Hold on a second. Being an adult definitely isn't this. Well, here we are again. Let's go ahead and crown her the queen of awkward teenage energy once more. In math, there's a rule. Multiplying two negatives makes a positive. Is she trying to fix things with basic arithmetic? Dropping a bad music video, then another, thinking it'll somehow result in something positive. But life doesn't work like that. You can't solve emotions with equations. What we feel is simply the reflection of what she leaves us with. Let's dive into the movie. If you search for this movie online, you'll come across some surprising stats and reviews. Slasher horror. All my ideas are stolen. Confusing, unsatisfying, and frustrating. Confusing, boring, and not even funny. An immensely troubling slasher without much to like. According to IMDb, the movie currently holds a score of 4 out of 10. Even the trailer didn't make much of an impact. 6 months ago, it had 95,000 views, and now it's only at 100,000. Let's move on to the movie's plot. The movie starts like this.
In family, yes, they're the goat. And when it comes time to chill the f*** out, they only smoke the goat. Yeah.
We do.
Christ.
One of the most ridiculous openings I've ever seen. Then, JoJo Siwa is introduced in a nostalgic and cheerful moment, taking a Friends Forever photo with her group. But just as quickly as the mood is set, it takes a sharp turn. JoJo is seen panicking, running for her life, and tragically, she doesn't make it. The scene jumps 2 years forward. Now we're introduced to a group of stereotypical young adults heading to a music festival. The scene reflects the usual chaotic vibe, friends joking, rising tension, and questionable decisions. By the way, there's a moment where one of the characters is video calling someone in the car. Let's not skip that part.
Later, please.
Are you in a van?
Yeah.
Are you being
trafficked right now? Say something racist so I know you're okay.
I'll leave the interpretation of this scene entirely up to you. As they're driving, their tire suddenly blows out. This brings a police officer into the picture. The officer offers to take them to an Airbnb for the night. And with that, the madness begins. At the house, the group starts partying with shot glasses symbolizing the 7 deadly sins, as if this theme might carry the story forward, but it goes absolutely nowhere.
We just wanna have fun and party. We just wanna have fun and party.
Sounds a bit like a Netflix teen drama cliche, doesn't it? That's the extent of the movie's depth. But don't worry, even more ridiculousness is on its way. Speaking of sins, remember the movie 7, starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman? Its intricate plot, solid logic, and breathtaking performances left a lasting impression. As someone who's seen that masterpiece, this movie is nothing more than a cinematic dumpster fire. Then one by one, the characters meet their end. How? By axes, by fire, with lots of blood. Each death is ridiculous, over the top, and completely nonsensical. And in the end, it's revealed that all these deaths were carried out by the police officer, but the mastermind behind it all was Sarah, the blonde girl. What? Yes, I know it sounds ridiculous, and honestly, the movie ends in a completely meaningless way. And let's not forget, JoJo Siwa makes an appearance towards the end. How, you ask? Just like this. This film has so many flaws that it's hard to count them all. The killer's revenge being based on the 7 deadly sins feels forced and nonsensical. The characters are so over the top that it's impossible to connect with or care about any of them. The excessive gore and violence seem pointless, focusing solely on shocking the audience rather than building meaningful tension. When it's revealed that the cop is the killer, the cliché motive of hurt people falls flat.
You don't even know you. Why are you doing that?
I know you. Because hurt people.
Hurt people.
The editing is some of the worst I've seen in a low-budget movie. The film feels like it was made for TikTok clips rather than for actual storytelling. If you're wondering, is there anything good about this film at all? Well, there is. I like the movie poster, and the masks added a bit of a unique vibe, but that's about it. Let's talk about JoJo Siwa's role in this movie. She has a total of 3 minutes on screen. Honestly, it feels like her scenes were shot in just 15 minutes. What's odd here, as I mentioned, is why she didn't promote or acknowledge this movie. At times, I wonder why, but then again, maybe it's a good thing she didn't. Looking at the criticism, it's shocking. The movie tries to be horror by relying on excessive violence and bloodshed. Instead, it could have been much better with a well-crafted, suspenseful narrative. I believe I've explained the absurdity of this movie to you. Once again, it's a JoJo Siwa project, and once again, it's drama.